right, what's up? So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can personalize thousands of cold emails in basically seconds or minutes. I'm going to show you a full workflow. So if you're a marketing agency and you're looking to, target different businesses, whether it's software or e-commerce, etc., I'm going to show you how you can build out a workflow where you can, number one, find jobs or companies that are hiring for, say, for example, marketing, and then how you can pull that into a separate list and then personalize every single email to that company as well. And all of this is going to be using Clay as well as AI. So let's jump into it. So first thing we want to do is we want to find jobs on LinkedIn. So on Clay, this is just in the main table. We click find jobs on LinkedIn. And we're going to go include job titles. So this is quite literally just going to be super broad for marketing. So these are companies that are hiring just marketing in general. We're going to exclude like intern or assistant as well. So those two things we want to exclude. And then in terms of job description, you can also put in the job description. So this could be anything within the job description that might fit. So for example, let's say you target companies, software companies, and of those software companies, you run like PPC for them. So you might look at companies that are currently hiring for PPC or heavily focused on PPC, because then you can come in and you can come in with like an offer of how you do it for a cheaper price, or you can help out with doing it and so on and so forth. Just because they're already looking for someone to hire, right? So it could be that you very easily are able to actually go in and kind of like secure a meeting with them and chat to them about that. So anyways, that's you can do that, but we're just going to filter with the very basic job title and description, and we're just going to keep it really broad. We're going to go United States. So these are all the companies that are hiring within the United States. So we can go, we can also posting date, days since posted. We can do this in the last, say, 40 days. And then limit the results. Now, I'm not going to limit the results. So yeah, we can do that. And then preview jobs. So just give that a second to find some of the jobs. Awesome. So it pulled out a whole bunch of jobs, obviously. So yeah, which is fantastic. So what we're going to do now is we are going to import these jobs. We obviously don't need 2,500, but these are all the marketing jobs that have marketing in the title that have been posted in the last 40 days in the US. On LinkedIn essentially. So yeah, we're going to import those jobs, continue. And when I show you these examples, I'm going to show you like on a smaller scale. So I'm not going to show like the whole thing, but I'm going to show you on a small scale in terms of, how this would work with like 10, and then you can extrapolate it for like the entirety of the list. Obviously doing it for 2,500 would be quite a lot, but for now we're just going to work with 50, for example. So next thing we would do is, so we've got the full list here. Next thing we do, we've got the LinkedIn job description or the LinkedIn URL here. So if you click on this link, we actually go over and you can see the marketing strategist that these guys are hiring. So yeah, you can see that they're hiring that. $22 an hour, and it's got the whole description here and everything that's included. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a scraper, and we're going to actually pull all of this information here. We're going to pull all of this information here and then use AI to kind of summarize it a little bit. And the reason we want to do that is just basically when we reach out, the messaging that we're going to have in the first line that's going to make it relevant is saw that you're hiring for a job title and noticed. So that's level 1 of the relevancy. Level 2 is then to mention some of the things in the description that they're looking for specifically, right? Because then we've added a little bit more layer and a bit more relevance and specificity to the actual email itself. So notice saw that you're hiring for, the job title. So it could be marketing manager, and noticed that you're looking for, and then X, Y, Z. So point 1, point 2, point 3 from the job description. And we're going to pull the job description, scrape it. Then we're going to use AI to read that job description. And then we're going to add that as part of our test line. And that's what I'm going to show you. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to add a column. And we're going to enrich the data. I'm going to do scrape website. And then, so we just put in the website, and that would be the job LinkedIn URL, right? So we want the scraper to look through that, the job link, right? And then we're going to continue to add fields, and then we're just going to keep it really short, and I'm just going to do it for like a couple of them. So I'm actually going to save it. Just check save and didn't run. And then I'm just going to do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to see what that looks like. So just give that a second, and you can see that it's queued and trying to basically scrape the description and everything that you see if you were to click on this link, right? And then once we have that, we can just extrapolate this. So this is the whole thing that they have on the page. Then we've got the description here as well. So we can, what is this? Yeah, so let me just have a look through and just double check. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, great. And then we can go about the job. Right, so the about the job section is the most important thing that we're actually looking for, right? So if we click here and we go over to, so we've got owner of the job. We're going to have a look through. And also, I'm just FYI, I'm doing this live as well. So interesting. Let's see, similar jobs. Emails. Oh, interesting. It's even found that emails as well. Cool. So you can actually see here, I just had to double check it here, but it says, so about the role. So everything that we want, like from here, about the job, about the role, we want this kind of section here. We want it to read that. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave that. So we've got that for all, let's just say 5 of these right now. And then what we want to do is we want to interpret the data, right? We want to analyze the data, and we're going to use AI for that. So we're going to add a column, enrich data, and we're going to go AI and use a AI agent. And then what we're going to do is put in a prompt. Awesome. So you can see here, this is the prompt. So I need your help summarizing the key responsibilities of a job. Use specific keywords for the body of text that I gave you. Output 3 bullet points. Make sure each bullet point is no longer than 10 words. Here is a job description. And then that's basically going to read the body text. So that is everything that is coming up. But obviously, we're most interested in the about the role section. I'm just going to read that, and that's going to pull out 3 bullet points that are relevant. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use those bullet points, and then we're going to add that as part of our personalization afterwards. So we are just going to try it on 5 rows just to see what it actually looks like before we run it. Marketing strategies, manages, oversees social media content, collaborative with team, and this is perfect, literally exactly what we want. So we're going to just save and do not run, just because we're only going to do it for 5 rows. So we've got boom, 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 boom. So we're just going to run it for those. And then once we've got that, so these are all the companies, we're then going to find people. I just wanted to show you this. So now that we've got that, we're going to go find people. We're going to go job title, and we're going to go, let's say the founder, we want CEO, we want head. So yeah, cool. And then location, we want just in the United States. Cool. Okay, there's that. And then we're just going to go over to preview people. Cool. Let that run. Actually, I just realized I made a minor mistake. So instead of finding people, I'm just going to show you the actual workload for the company. And then what we would do is, if we were to do that at scale, we would just run this entire column. And then once we have all of these run, then we would find people. And then we would pull the data from this into the people section and then kind of go from there. But because we're not actually finding the people, and because this is just an example, I'm just going to run it for this just to kind of show you. So the next thing we would do is, we don't actually want to run that. Just ignore that. So the next thing we want to do is we want to normalize the job titles. So you can see here that the line that we're going to use to start off with is we're going to say, saw you are hiring for, and then it's going to be job title. Now, job title is great for like marketing strategist, marketing director, but then we can't really have marketing director, alternatives, product marketing, right? It's just going to look weird. Same with here, marketing strategist, omnichannel marketing. It's going to look weird. So we want to normalize this. And the way we're going to do that is, again, through AI. So we're going to click on enrich data, AI, use AI. And I think there are templates, job title, clean job titles. Yep, cool. And then we can go, clean job titles. We can select the job title, and then we can use this. And it should give us just the what we actually want. So again, I'm just going to try on 5 rows and see what that looks like. Great. Okay, perfect. So it says marketing strategist, marketing director, and so on and so forth, right? So this is perfect. One step further that I would actually take would be make sure to put in lowercase and remove any marks, just to double check. And if you have it in lowercase, I just feel like it looks a bit more human. Yeah, so unfortunately this one has gone back to, for some reason, I'm not sure why that's happened. Same with this one, manager digital marketing, that's not what we want. I'm just going to remove this and just try again and see how this works. Great. Okay, yeah, perfect. To be honest, I might just stick it with that. You can always make a change in the next column, and you could use the formula to say, hey, can you minimize, remove the capitals. So we're just going to run this. So save and didn't run, and I'm just going to run for these rows. So then that means that now we have the job descriptions kind of summarized. We have the cleaned up market titles, and then what we're going to do now is we're going to then summarize this even further. So you can see here that the answer, for example, is develop, implement, and manage marketing strategies, oversee and manage social media content, collaborate and create, right, and all this kind of stuff. Collaborate with sales team, IT. All right, okay, cool. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to create a prompt that tells AI to basically summarize this in like 5 words. So response to, I'm just going to name that. And then I'm going to enrich the data again, and I'm going to go AI. And then, so using the input, and put the input response to, output, summarize, summarize these 3 bullet points into 1 sentence. This sentence should summarize what type of jobs the person will have and should fit in the sentence. Actually, no, I'm just going to leave that. Make sure the output is less than 8 words. So we'll run it like that and then just see what this looks like. We can obviously chop and change it and everything, but we want just some kind of like summary. So develop, manage marketing strategies and social media content, drive, oversee and execute alternative investment marketing strategies, develop and drive revenue through iHub, marketing strategy, guide, nurture. Okay, so these are okay, but they're not exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to have to play around with the prompt a little bit, but I want to do this live because I want to show you how this actually works. So what we actually want is the prefix. So the line that we're trying to get to is saw that you're hiring for, then have job title. So this would be job title. Noticed you were focused on, and then this is what it would be, XYZ, right? So that's how we want it to actually look. But what we want to have is we want to actually have it follow the prefix notice you were focused on. Okay, so that's how we actually want it to look. So in that case, I would probably rewrite it with using the input. Okay, and then put the input in here. Summarize the points and outline 1 focus. One focus. Make sure the output is less than 8 words. Make sure you follow the prefix, and then just put the prefix in, which would be noticed you were focused on, and then follow the prefix, and then it would be that. All right. So then hopefully if we have that, Okay, awesome. So that's actually pretty good. So you could say, yeah, so you're hiring for a marketing job title. Noticed you were focused on marketing strategy management. Noticed you were focused on leading digital marketing strategies, right? So if you really wanted to go into even more detail, you would obviously play around with this prompt even more. As you can see, I'm doing this live and this is like just taking a couple of minutes. But if you really wanted to go in detail, you could play around with the prompt in so much more detail where you could actually get like, so you're focused on social media content, right? So you're focused on XYZ, right? And you want to play around with that. So I hope that's been pretty useful to you so far. But yeah, the way I would run this would be just do save and do not run. And then I would have these rows. So I would just run these rows. And then now we would create the final formula for the first line, which would be saw that you you were hiring, and then we would put in job title. So the cleaned job title. So there. Noticed. And then we would, after that, we would then put in the response. So we put it here. That's not it. So we put in here. We put in the response here. So, and then this is what it would look like. And just give it a second to generate the formula. Okay, cool. So yeah, so saw that you were hiring right, so we need to put in A here. Generate this again. We need to put in a space. Let's do that. Just small little details to make sure it's all good. All right, cool. So we have here, saw that you were hiring a marketing strategist. Notice you were focused on managing marketing strategies. Saw that you were hiring a marketing strategist. Notice you were focused on client-centric marketing strategy development, right? Now, these, I would mark them as like a 6 out of 10. Obviously, you want the second half of the prompt, or the second half of it. Notice you were focused on leading digital marketing strategies. So it's pretty vague and doesn't necessarily tell you exactly what they're looking for. But I just wanted to show you like the possibility, or to just at least wrap your brain, like your mind around the fact that you can do some really cool things with this. Obviously, this needs a lot more work. In fact, I wouldn't even say it's a 6 out of 10. I'd say it's like a 4 out of 10. It has some relevance. You're calling them out on the fact that you've seen that they're hiring for a specific role, obviously around marketing. But what would be even better is if you took the next step and you said, I noticed that you were focused on like social, like really growing your social media accounts, because in the job description you mentioned XYZ. That's if you wanted to go like even deeper level, because then when they read that and they see, and the person that's responsible for hiring, or the person that is within the marketing department reads that, and you're reaching out about potentially helping them with that specific thing, they can see already that you've done research on them, you actually care, and your message is like super relevant. So then they're open to listening to you, right? So that's what you really want to do and how you want to focus it. But this is just to give you an insight into, obviously you play around with it like a lot more. There's a lot more prompting that you could do with AI, but you can see that just with that alone, you can already start to kind of like open the doors to having a lot more personalization and relevance. And then if you were to, once you've got like the magic kind of formula almost that works for like 5 or 10, you just run it for the whole column, and you'd be able to quite literally get 2,500 of these, and you'd be able to personalize like all of these emails within literally like a few minutes, right? The main thing is just making sure that the prompt is good initially. So then, we have the final like first line here, and you would just like rename this, for example, to first line. So notice you're focused on enhancing digital marketing strategies. Now, again, super vague. Yes, for sure. This is just an example, but you can see if you play around with the prompts a little bit more, and you can kind of get better at the actual prompting side of things, and improving the focus, like the kind of summary side, then your first line, your kind of like relevancy of that is going to be immense, because it looks like you've actually taken the time to research the prospect, call out what they're actually looking to hire for. And then if you can tie your offer into that, like you will get an insanely good response rate. So it just takes a little bit of work up front. And I mean, if I was to do it fully in depth and everything, like this video would probably take like at least an hour. But once you've got it, and once you understood that, then you can quite literally like personalize all of the emails, like literally thousands of emails, literally within minutes, right? You just click literally play and it will run the whole column. Once you figured out like kind of that secret sauce or figured out the prompt that works and put it all together, you can literally personalize literally thousands of emails using AI. So yeah, I hope this video has been useful. I know that it's a little bit jumpy sometimes. A lot of these videos I kind of end up doing on the fly. But yeah, hopefully you found it useful in terms of being able to use AI and how to personalize like thousands of emails at scale, as well as also trying to find relevance by finding jobs that are open. And especially obviously if you're working in marketing, you've got a marketing agency and you're looking to target these people, this is one view and one way that you could do that. So yeah, I hope this video has been useful. If you are struggling with cold outbound campaigns, you want some more ideas or you want to just chat about it, then feel free to book a call below. We help with doing done for you outbound campaigns. So we would do all of this for you so you don't have to worry about getting new clients. So yeah, hopefully you found this all valuable. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.